So one of the biggest lies I always hear in ecom is that the idea you need to find some untapped or unsaturated product to stand out and scale in the market. Even brand owners, they may do 6, 7 figures a month, but think they can't scale due to market saturation. They're always looking for blue ocean products that no one else is selling, and think that's the only way for them to break through that plateau. It's also why a lot of dropshipping stores will rip a product, be first market, win. Then when market saturation comes in, competitors come in, they think the product is dead when they just don't know how to market. Meanwhile, time and time again, I see brands scale to 100K days to $10 million in markets that seem to be saturated. For example, like Comfort, they scaled to 40 million a month in second year. Hoodies, David Protein, first year, 700 mil valuation protein bars. They're all like oversaturated in many people's eyes, yet 9-figure brands still spawn in these spaces. The real killers in ecom who are good at marketing go after saturated markets because there's proof of demand. And the difference isn't just the product itself. As Comfort literally just sells hoodies. It's nothing like groundbreaking. It's not that they found some untapped secret niche. It's literally hoodies. It's the fact that these brand owners just have a deeper understanding of how to differentiate themselves in these competitive markets. A lot of people think, differentiation means you need to have a crazy, never before seen product. The reality is they just did one of two things. They either found a different avatar in a market that no one else was speaking to, or they positioned their product with different mechanisms. In some cases, brands are able to pull off both. And some of you geeks will say, oh, that's just doing different angles, of course. Look, that's why you're stuck, okay? What we're going to talk about is completely different. Angles and what we're talking about, separate things. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exact tricks that these, some of the best marketers in the world use to scale in saturated markets so that you can apply it to your own brand and crush your competitors while everyone is stuck copying and coping. So let's get into it. Alright, fellas. So what's the real reason you can't scale in saturated markets? So everyone always thinks they need like an untapped product to scale. They need to be first to market in order to win. Yeah, if you want to have a million different team members, copy paste everything, and then try to keep up, yeah, you can do that. But when competition comes in, market becomes more saturated. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna get fucked. Which is why all these like copy paste dropshipping guys rely on that, but nothing ever really grows long term. They don't know what to do when the market is saturated. This is a huge opportunity for you guys. Whatever I mentioned can be applied to any product research strategy or even for creatives that you're putting out for your current brand. It's a big cope, really. So I think most of the brands we see scale the hardest are usually in saturated markets. Look, like supplements, clothing, skincare, like Comfort, for example, scaled to 40 mil their second year. They sell clothing. What else is more saturated than it's not even like their hoodie has some crazy tech. It's literally just like hoodie. They scaled so far. So the issue isn't saturation. The issue is that most brands don't know how to differentiate themselves with their marketing and positioning. This is you guys. Saturation, bro. $1.1 trillion sold online every year, e-commerce. You're telling me you can't even capture like a small 0.1% of that. It's a lot of money. I don't know how much, but someone can count it, So you guys always try to compete on the same messaging. Even when you test products, you put out the same exact claims that everyone else has made. It makes sense why your shit isn't converting. Why would they purchase from you instead of someone who already has market share? So the smart brands have better targeting and positioning. The biggest killers in ecom know that saturation is a good thing because it proves there's demand. And usually that's where they will start their branding because they know that's where they can make the most money. So how do you do that? Great question. Over here, we have a ton of Shilajit stores. We've helped I think over 5 Shilajit brands scale to over $1 million a month now. It's literally just Shilajit. It's just a black resin. Nothing crazy. Most brand owners can tell you they target their customer demographics, but most people don't talk about product positioning. If you're selling the exact same thing with the exact same messaging as the competitors, it makes sense why it isn't converting. When you target the same avatar and position it the same way, you're just doing the same thing as the competitors, like I said. So you're competing on the same claims, which means the only way you win now is if you can compete on price or you have a superior product. Most of you just drop ship. You don't have the product development part, so you have to compete on price, which doesn't make sense. It's a race to the bottom. So unless you differentiate yourselves, no one is going to purchase from you instead of your competitors who already have market share. So if you can position yourself better, you can charge literally 2 to 3 times more. Look at Good Death, for example. Or even Aquapana. Like, bro, it's just water end of day. Why are they charging me so much for water? Let me look it up. Look at this. Store brands you can get for like 10 to 20 cents per bottle for water. And Saratoga is like $3. Aquapana is like everywhere. It's like much more expensive. People still buy that shit. So do you think the problem is the product itself, or is it you and your marketing skills? It's all water, bro. Okay, so we talked about why it's important now. How do you actually go about it? If you actually want to build a customer moats, there's only 2 ways in saturated markets. You either need a new avatar or a new mechanism. I will tell you, what I'm teaching you here is a small snippet, but I've had gurus like who've done like 100K days drop shipping reach out to me to teach them this, because they don't know how to market at all, and that's why they have to rely on like big teams to keep copy pasting. It's one of the most important skills you can learn for your brand, new products, new brands, or just new creators in general. The first one obviously is new avatar, targeting a subset of people with a specific language. So I've covered quite extensively in other videos already on how to go about finding the right avatar, skills, to your 100K days or whatever. So it's like, okay, for this product here, what it does is lose weight. If you're saying it helps people lose weight, you're competing with like so many different products and solutions out in the market. It's very hard to win. Whereas if you found like let's say, I don't know, very specific avatar, it could be, okay, let's say this blonde chick that likes to go to Pilates, or in general just take care of her health. What type of language does she use compared to someone like a more general person who wants to lose weight? That can mean anyone from 25, 60 plus, different skin colors, different jobs, different daily struggles, so broad. Let's say you narrate it down. Oh, you go on TikTok or whatever and you find, okay, this is what women are actually saying. They don't care about losing weight anymore. Oh, they just want to, get a snatched waist so my summer body is divine, right? Some shit you can find on TikTok. Okay, great. Even if you just change the messaging on your product or your ads to be more aligned with that, you just unlock a more specific subset and helps you stand out that way. So now your product isn't to lose weight, it's to help a specific avatar get a snatched waist so their summer body is divine. Okay? It seems dumb, but I'm telling you, all these brands just make these very small changes, different avatars, or different positioning, and they all crush. Like I said, bro, it's water as water. How is Saratoga, Aquapana are both premium water. Why is one 3 times more? I don't know. It's water. Why? Same thing here. Different positioning. That's the avatar part. We're also going to cover mechanism. So I'm also going to give you guys examples of how brands are currently doing this. So new mechanism. What does it actually mean? A mechanism is basically your delivery method for what you claim. If let's say, let me think. Okay, your Shilajit solves your testosterone problem. How does it? What's the mechanism? The mechanism is that this Shilajit resin, found from the Himalayas, has like 50,000 years or whatever it may be of people taking it for vitality, something like that, right? That's the delivery method or the way they position it. When everyone makes the same claims, you need a new method of how your product solves the problem. So as you guys know, you want to get jacked, what do you need to do? You need to go to the gym. Every year, new products keep spawning that have the same claims. It helps you get more jacked or whatever it may be. And then subset of that, There's already supplements that tell you they help you get even more jacked. But every year, new ones keep popping up. How come? Why does it work? That's what I mean. Each new product introduces new mechanisms or avatars that introduces new hope that it will work. The goal of us doing this avatar and mechanism thing is not to like find untapped desires. Untapped desires don't exist. As Eugene Schwartz would say, you cannot create a desire, you can only channel your product onto the existing desire. So that's what we're doing. Let's say everyone's desire was the same, to get jacked, we need to find new ways to tell people that they can get jacked. So it's just new products. And it doesn't even need to be like a custom developed product. It can be the same exact product, but you position it differently with different words. I'll show you what I mean. It's like during the New Year's, everyone keeps buying you stupid gym stuff and health stuff only during the New Year's because that gives them hope. You do the same thing by giving new mechanisms. Let's say you're selling knee brace to someone who is a tennis player. Let's say you narrowed down the avatar already. Now instead of pain relief from everyone, it's pain relief to a certain subset of tennis players. Great. You can already win through that. But you can combine both a new avatar and a new mechanism together to be even better. So now instead of pain relief, this knee brace doesn't just give you pain relief. This knee brace has a post-tennis recovery system, it's trademarked, whatever, how does it work? And it can actually be the same like feature the product already has. Just a new term or new mechanism on it with a new purpose. Let me just show you another example. Let me go on Amazon. Let's say you go on Amazon, right? You look at this type of products, it's like, okay, let's say if this one is the exact same as like a similar one, let's say this one, it looks a bit different here. Let's say if it's a more similar looking one. Or like, I think the most common one is this type of knee braces. Then there are knee braces like this that are different colored. Why did I mention that? Let's say for this one, it can be even the same exact product, but just because of these visuals, they coin a term to it. Or we have our post-tennis recovery system that actually helps you with whatever because of these sort of things. But it does the same exact thing, and there's not even like a tag to it. You just coin this term, so you make people think it's a new way that your product actually does it better when it's the exact same thing. Or even better, let's say oral space. You always see this happen. Toothbrushes. I'm not sure if it's different in the States, right, or where I'm from. They keep adding like different colored toothbrush and tell you, okay, now we add this black thing because it's like I can find a black one. Let's say they add a black brush because it has charcoal inside. They will make your teeth whiter. Okay, now I'm gonna make a new version of different color and tell you it's for a different thing. It does the same exact thing. And if you ask anyone like oral space, they'll tell you as well. It's not like these new toothbrushes are even better. They're the exact same. They just market it to you very differently. Of course, the gentle ones are softer bristles. It makes sense, but if not, it's like some of it is really just repackaged things. They make it into different colors so they can justify, okay, it's this color because it has this new tag, new rubber grip or whatever, when it's literally just almost the same exact product. That can really happen. Even the toothbrush bristles, like it can be the exact same. They just color it differently. They make it a bit of charcoal just to not get sued or whatever. It does the same exact thing, but they can upsell you for much higher. The same thing can apply to your product. What if you can coin a new term to it, a new mechanism to make it even stand out? If you have the same exact product. Of course, you can actually go out to make product developments to actually like introduce new mechanisms to make it even better. This way, you go in a saturated market already. You don't even need to go about it too hard. You go into a saturated market, you have a better product, better mechanism, better avatar positioning, like you crush it. Some brands just come in super saturated markets. They have the cash to do it, a custom develop a product. They just claim that they're better than the rest. You can win that way through. The goal of this is we want to reset the market sophistication by changing how people think about your solution. If the market is so sophisticated already, everyone has seen all these products, you need different ways of standing out. You need to make your product seem one of one and new again, which is done through the new avatar or new mechanism or even both together. I didn't cover the avatar section too much because I've pretty extensive videos about it already. Editor can link it somewhere. I'm not sure. So, some more examples in e-com space of nine-figure brands executing this. Stanley Cup. You guys see it viral on TikTok. Did you guys know that Stanley Cup was made for construction workers? In fact, they didn't even change it much for this new positioning. Just a new avatar. They targeted Gen Z girls instead of construction workers. It went from rugged work tool to emotional support water bottle. It's the same exact product to a new avatar. You find this how? Through research. Black Rifle Coffee. Oh, dudes are saying, oh, Starbucks only for, I don't know, white blonde chicks. You're a geek, you're gay if you drink Starbucks. Okay, let's say this Black Rifle Coffee brand. Tech the Squatch Roast. End of the day, what is it? It's coffee. Actually, the same thing, right? It's not even that they have better roast or whatever. It's just more positioned for a manly alpha male man. You might laugh and say, "Oh, like okay, this is pretty big example difference, right?" Even for the toothbrush example, like damn, such a small change makes a huge difference in the market because it has new belief. That's what you want to induce in your ads. So it's how you build a mode that your competitors can't copy. Even if they replicate your product, they copy you, you still have market share. And if you want to gain market share from someone else, same thing. New avatar or new mechanism. This way, if people copy you, you still have market share, you can shit on them, whatever. You have already a unique positioning in the market. So this is how you actually stand out from all your competitors. When you launch any new products now, you need to think about how you plan to stand out first compared to the competition. Either you want to introduce a new avatar, untapped that no one has ever targeted it before, or you can introduce a new mechanism to it that makes it seem that your product is superior to the rest in the market, either through an actual custom development or just through coining terms, making people think that it's gonna help them even better when it's the same exact shit. If you found this video helpful, it's actually a very small snippet of what we do to scale brands, whether that is standing out in saturated markets, how do you plan the creative strategy for it, real-time examples of how we use strategies we talked about to actually scale brands. So all our internal systems are actually available in a private group called Evolve, where we have like 400 brand members now, doing anywhere from 100K per month starting, all the way to 10 million plus per month. We're inside every day there, in the trenches, answering questions, showing guys behind the scenes of what's working and what's not in order to scale to the next level. If you're interested in that, I'll leave the link down in the video below. Besides that, thank you for watching.